Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new series of the channel of Pentiment. This, well, how can I explain what the hell this game is? it's it's from the people who made Fallout New Vegas. That's enough to say it's good, right? Okay, I'm gonna regret this decision. We're gonna choose the hard to read fonts. Basically, it's an RPG in high medieval times. I think high medieval times, 16th century high medieval, right? Ooh, we this is pretty cool because this is actually uh how you would erase a book. You just scrape the paint off, and if you notice that there's there's still there's still lettering underneath. This is a real thing that you can find in books. You'll find like other books underneath because paper was expensive. And it was a lot cheaper to just erase an old book and write a new one on top of it than it was to create a new book. But yeah, it's a high medieval RPG that takes place entirely inside a the illustrations of a book. So you have that medieval art style. And when I say medieval art style, I mean medieval art style. This is exactly what the those old crude looking paintings that you see, that's exactly how the game looks. And it looks pretty cool. And apparently, from what I've seen, the writers and the developers did their fucking research. This is, from what little I've seen, this is pretty fucking accurate historically. And you get historical references all the time. It's pretty fucking cool. And here we are. An artist sleeps. So yeah, this is us in our dream. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. Up to the devil's work again, are you? Saint Grobian apparently is an old medieval joke. It's not a real saint. It's a joke. Don't encourage him. Beatrice apparently it's a reference to Dante. It's the character Beatrice, the Dante's ex-crush that died, and he got pissed, so he wrote her into the Divine Comedy. Yeah, that Beatrice. Devotion to one's work can yield pleasures of the mind superlative to those of the body. And yes, it's that Socrates. I need to spend more time with more exciting lovers, or I need to learn how to work the Socrates way. How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? And yes, Prester John, as in the kingdom of Prester John, as in the mythical Christian kingdom in the east that, if we can find it, would be our allies against the Muslims. That Prester John. Later on, people said that oh yeah, Yeah, Kingdom of Prester John actually existed. It's Ethiopia. They were talking about Ethiopia. As far as I'm aware, the earlier versions of the Prester John myth, they had no idea that Ethiopia was a Christian kingdom. They they did find out about Ethiopia, about the Christian kingdom of Ethiopia later on during the Crusades, and did try to ally themselves to Ethiopia. But if I might be mistaken, I'm not an historian, but if I remember correctly, the early versions of Prester John, well, probably inspired by Ethiopia, people still did not know Ethiopia was a thing. So they just called so they just invented this kingdom ruled by this guy called Prester John, which was a Christian kingdom surrounded by Muslims. This was myth, but it turned out to be true because Ethiopia was a thing. It's not my fault that God made me this handsome. You're insufferable. Alas, this Christian faith views desire less favorably than I did in my time. Perhaps this longing for you will instill in them a great appreciation for beauty. Try telling that to the abbot next time. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. Then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master await you. Okay, how do I... Oh, here. Yeah, Nuremberg, free imperial city of the whole Roman Empire, major trade center, and city of arts, including printing. And if I'm not mistaken, the Latin in the text above the frame are actually a transcription of what's happening. But before I want to do something. I want to turn on historical lettering because I want to make this even harder for me to read. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met, hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Yes, look at that ass. Look at that fucking ass. Because this wasn't hard enough for me to read. I hope you enjoy me suffering. Oh, Jesus, then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty at least? But is it gonna tell me what Jesus is? No. It's what my brother said in his letter. The small portrait they sent was lovely. That's what my brother said. It's growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Ah, true, your majesty. You will visit us again soon. Hopefully, but it's out of my control. As are many things. I trust in Providence. Trust in Providence. Grovian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, your majesty. Till next time, Andreas. Until next time, your majesty. Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. I never do. Ouch. At least I would if they stopped stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. He's just trying to keep order in the abbey. He's just trying to keep order in the abbey. An outsider he brought in, if he wants your work, he has to deal with you as you are. God damn it. Stop stepping on my toes, you damn clown. Will you please stop? God damn it. I give up. Take me home, Grobian. As you wish, Andreas. Good morning, Ursula. Good morning. That's so adorable. Time to get up. The Baron, April 1518. Kiev Solomon. Prior Ferenc. Who is Prior Ferenc? That's Prior Ferenc. Okay. Really should clean this up. Okay, let's go downside. Hi, Ursula. Andrew. Hey, Eva. Hello, Andrews. Hi, Clara. Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Ordinary as far as sleeping goes. Well, as long as you didn't sleep poorly. Anyways, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese. God damn it, that was hard. That was a hard one to read. Cheese and some of the rye you like from the Albans. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. So that's Otto? Okay, good to know. Otto stopped by. Yes, around down. Here you are, Andreas. That's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Master Andreas, if you wouldn't be too much trouble, could I mean, could we... Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? Ah, and if we lifted it by 2 groschen? Raised it by 2 groschen? God damn landlords, man! Jesus fucking Christ. Hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Yeah, landlords don't pay their taxes, and they make it your problem. It's your mortgage, it's your taxes. Fuck you. Stop living from my paycheck to my next paycheck. Peter's losing his hair over it. Even more than usual, I mean. I love how you can see that there are spelling mistakes and then they'll erase a letter. Like, the lettering, the text, it's like someone's actually writing it. You'll see ink drops, you'll see them making mistakes and then having to erase a letter and write it again. It's so cool. Of course. It's no problem at all. Besides, I wouldn't want Peter to lose any more of his precious hair. I'm not sure how. I'm not sure how to respond to this. Rent wasn't due until the beginning of May. Be generous, Andreas. Spare the money and release their burden. What is this shit? Don't they pay taxes every year? Why is this falling onto you to fix? I should keep my thoughts to myself. I don't want to. I don't want to end up on the street. They are my landlords. I'm sure she wouldn't ask weren't important, and I don't want to offend her. I won't miss the money. As far as it's not out of the question, I think I can manage it. We're so grateful, truly, Andreas. I apologize again for asking. It's just awful to be stuck in such a position. Our taxes get harder to pay every year. Peter works hard, but it just never seems like it's enough. Saint Luke bless you for helping us out. Saint Luke, Christian evangelist and patron saint of artists and physicians, often represented by a winged bull. Speaking of Saint Luke, how's your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the Divine Office that Prior Ferenc allows me to work on my masterpiece. Divine Office, the prayer times observed by all Christian monastic orders. Monks and nuns pray together 7 times a day and once a night, as dictated by the rule of Saint Benedict. Reasonable restriction, but slow going. City Council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to a university, and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose this feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after some wandering. Must be rather frightening starting all over again. It is, but I know now that this is what I want to do. Not many people get to decide that. Certainly not anyone in Tassing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. It's getting there. Hard work will get you all the way. That's what my father, what now? Used to say. Thank you. God rest his soul. Now, I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Vespers, monastic hour at dusk, one of the major prayer hours. It's followed by supper. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Who's Klaus? That's Klaus. Of course, please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course. Until later, Clara. Okay, let's go out. Hi, Peter. Andreas. Hi, Big York. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big York. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. That's still in the field. He hit a big rock with a plow and took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right. Thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming, no? Just smells like fresh out by an air to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your Wanderjahre, wandering years, during which a journeyman artist or craftsman travels far and wide to improve their skills? Before you came to Tassing? Okay, where are we gonna be from? Basel? Flanders? Or Italy? Andreas knows some Italian and French, can reference cultural touchstones from Basel, near Bern, Zurich, Freiburg. Andreas knows some Dutch and French, can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. Italy, Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. Swiss, Dutch, or Italian? Switch Netherlands or Italian. I mean, we can't be Dutch. Like, that's a fake country. Who the hell likes the Dutch? Swiss? I don't know. I'm not sure I like these three choices. Sure, let's be Italian. I think knowing Italian and Greek would be useful as a illustrator. Italy, France for a while, but Venice and Milan as well. Venice, one of the most beautiful republics of the Italian peninsula, sitting on the northwest coast of the Adriatic Sea. Venice is a major center for commerce and art in southern Europe. I think knowing Greek would be useful for an engraver. Italy? No wonder your senses are dull. You've been down there too long. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell the storm coming. How long will that take? Mm, 10, 15 years. I don't think I have that long, big York. What you spend all that time in Italy doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Okay. So, what were we doing? Were we a hedonist? Seeking pleasure wherever he goes, he is extremely social and quite experienced in all of the enjoyable vices of the world. We're a craftsman. Or were we a nerd? Rapscallion? Businessman? No, let's say that we were being a nerd in Italy. Reading mostly, and talking about books, I couldn't get enough of it. Venice is filled with incredible printers, Florence continues to illuminate beautiful manuscripts, and the books they produce are treasures, everyone. Didn't realize that books meant that much to you. I've seen Father Thomas's Bible and a few other books. Haven't had much use for reading though. Okay, so that's Father Thomas. Anyway, I have to get going. York! Let's go! That's already like acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work getting that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. It's also cool that they'll write dialogue in different fonts. Like you saw in the beginning, they'll write it in different fonts depending on what kind of education the person you're talking to had, or what their profession is, stuff like that. God bless you, Andreas. Oh yes, Andreas. This weather's been god awful. This town's gone to shit since my days. I don't think townsfolk can do much about the weather. Well, of course they wouldn't know how to do anything now. No one follows the old ways anymore. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Perka to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Perkta, pagan goddess of the Alps associated with animals and spinning wool. She is still invoked by some Christians in Austria, Switzerland, Bavaria, and Swabia. Matthias knew that Perkta, that Christ was in our hearts, even if the White Lady's name was in our lips. The church banned all observances of pagan gods, Peter. I thought Saint Moritz protected Tassing. Yes, and Saint Setia too, but who do you think protected it before they came along? One Tassing's patron, Saint Setia, was a local pagan who converted to Christianity and miraculously aided Saint Moritz's soldiers with food on the dead of winter. She was martyred for her actions. Saints weren't the first watch of a tassing. My father knew that old what now? Kemper knows that. Rennick. Rennick Kemper, the late husband of Ottilia. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive. Like the old widow Ottilia? Yes, yes, she always hangs the door frame with lavender to keep the spirits out. Even if it doesn't help with the spirits, it does smell nice. I suppose. I just know it helps with ghosts and witches and whatnot. I should go. Alright, God bless you. Ah, you'll Peter. Okay, time to go to work, I guess. Andrew Schmidt's Smitty, it's so much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey. The sheep don't let me explore. I want to explore before going to... I know I said I needed to go to work, but I want to explore. Hello, Andres. Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them. That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Morning, Andreas. Excuse us, one of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping. Should I offer to help? Perhaps helping others also helps us. It allows us to feel useful and take satisfaction in our work. That idiot Martin should be helping them. Yell at him. Give him a good scare. No, helping others helps us. Again, I don't know anything about sheep and I'll probably just get in their way. Is there something I can do to help? Have you ever handled sheep before? Good point. There's something going on up the Steinauer's place. Who's that in the horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. Christ, I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding, when Johann pulled his plants down. Okay, that's Clara, and that's Johann. Already met Clara. Knocked two of my man's teeth out. Don't want to feel the strength behind the stone mason's anger. Think he's a noble? He looks really rich. God damn it, Martin. Stay out of trouble for once. But, Aunt Hetty, behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andreas, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get the sheep under control. Of course, see you later. Don't work too hard, Martin. Help your aunt and cousin, alright? Eat shit, Andreas. Fuck you, Martin. Little prick. What a fucking dickhead. But that is gonna be it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Let me know what you think of this new series. It's probably gonna be releasing on the same day as other videos, so we're gonna have to start doing 2 videos a day some days. But let me know what you think. As always, do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. anything that makes the algorithm happy is very well appreciated. I have been Pope, and I will see you all next time.